good idea. In any rate, you gotta make sure the loft relax so you can go upwind in light air. Is there any question?
Yeah. Is that an inch or is that half an inch?
Let's measure it. I think it's like.
Eduardo, are you looking for a whole inch here?
Yeah, I think I'm looking for a whole inch.
So you need more. That's more like 3/4 or whatever.
I'm sorry, it's like half an inch either way. Yeah, 1 inch total.
Oh, 1 inch
Half
total.
an, yeah. Half an
Okay.
inch
You
on
know,
either side.
you
So a
just
pinch of a
Pull the
half an
tack
inch.
an
Okay.
inch at the top. Is that the same?
Second,
You're able to pull the top an inch past where it was up there.
this one.
It's talking about a different way to measure it.
Yeah,
would be
instead of
pull it.
pinching, can you just pull it an inch that way now? Yeah.
Hits your
Probably.
mark.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done it this way. So it's just
Your
I got the
pinch is
feeling
the-
in my hand. I don't know what to tell you.
Problem is the board has to be
And I kind of, once, and that's,
Yeah.
and let me tell you, when you hoist when you do this, I mean, you're basically rigging a brand new sail to go to the Worlds, and or you're rigging. Normally, I don't take the sails off the spar, so I don't know, it's just weird. I know where it is. I know where it's right because I can feel it on my hand, and it's like the amount of loft tape that I can see, which is probably half inch on each side. All right. Now, regardless of how much, you might want to have more or less, but as I said, make sure you have creases on the sail so that your pointing ability is not affected. Is there any question?
One quick question, I got a little bit lost on the meaning of the 160, where we were measuring with the 160 inches.
The 160 inches is just a guess. It's an indication. As I said, it's a reference. Because when I tie the sail right on the steel bolts, and I bring the head of the sail up here, and I bring it around this 160 inches, it kind of tells me, I gotta be honest with you, most sails, average, when you put it in 160, they are right on the money. I have enough loft tension, so I think that this sail is a little bit shorter. Now remember, sails might shrink, or sails might be shorter, or they might be longer. You might go over this line. As I said, if they are smaller, don't panic. It's not going to affect you. Talking about, quarter of an inch. The point is, this kind of tells me what kind of sail I have. So it's just it's a reference. It's not going to, as a matter of fact, you can, tie the sail and then test the tension. It's not a big deal. It's just a little, tip. Any question? Okay, when it comes to sail ties, I hardly, I encourage everybody to get rid of the plastic sail clips. They're kind of old-fashioned. However, there is nothing wrong with the plastic sail clips because they keep the same separation between the sail. I mean, you get the sail really even. With the sail ties, it's a little bit harder to get the sail ties at the same tension. Like, I mean, for those who probably sail up this, right? And you know that's a nightmare to get them all in the same place. And they stretch, right? So the same thing happens on a sunfish when you use sail ties. They stretch differently because there is different stress along the whole sail. One thing you have to be careful, and I hardly recommend, is using a double sail tie here on the head and another on the clue tie down. Now, the theory is that, and I had a discussion with Jeff Linton about this, and he was probably right. We were sailing once and I asked him, why do you have your sail so much looser? I mean, he had like a huge gap between his sail and the spar. And he said, well, my sail looks kind of flat, so if I increase this gap, it might add a little extra curvature or draft to the sail. So, and that's a fact. The tighter this is, or the closer the loft tape or the foot tape to the sail, the flatter the sail is going to be. So, to me, the right tolerance is the separation is between 2 and 3 millimeters. So this is kind of where I would like this to be. Okay. Now, if I tell you, and don't get me wrong, if you start experimenting with different tensions here, you're gonna have a whole universe of confusion. Because, you know, you're going to start thinking about it. Oh, my cell is not powerful enough. I'm going to start changing this. That might work. But I'm warning you, it might complicate things. Whatever tension you decide to use, make sure it's all even. And only here, this is where you have to make an adjustment. You see, where the halyard is, this is a stress point. When you trim on the main sheet and the spars bend, this is basically where you're gonna like crank on the rig. The separation here,
Makes
the
sense.
2 cell ties, actually 3 cell ties, you're using a Gens rig. The separation on these cell ties have to be a little bit wide open. I don't know if you've noticed sometimes that you trim on the main sheet and you have like a diagonal crease. That's caused by this cell tie. So if you open this up a little bit, it's got to be looser than this.
Did you say 2 to 3 millimeters?
That's my style, 2 to 3 millimeters. You can go looser if you want.
And then you open those up to what?
A little bit more, you see? Now this line is a pain in the neck to tie, but it works really good.
Eduardo, I've never used those sail ties. When you put them on, do you then trim the edges?
Yeah, I mean you can do like Bill here.
Okay.
I don't do it because I'm lazy. Other people, they start tying figure 8 knots. They can really, I'm not that obnoxious. I just, you know, when I want to rig my sail and go sail. And yeah, I mean, obviously you're not going to leave like, you know, 2 foot of line hanging around, but yeah, I mean, get them as short as you can because at the end it all translates into what? To drag and crap up there. This is good because you get them as tight as you can. What happens if they are too short? And believe it or not, you gotta make an adjustment on the water when it's cold out there and your fingers are numb. You gotta make sure you have something to hold on to, right? I mean, you can bring a little MacGyver tool with you on the boat, but you know what I mean? Make sure you can. Anyway, this is what I wanna do. You know, put a little bit extra. You see that? This gap is bigger. I'm gonna make this a little wider too. So when you trim on the main sheet really high, you don't get this crease cutting the sailing too, which I hate. And it's not good for the sailing. So,
So he just loosened
for
the two.
those who like the sail clips, I'm fine.
One
Keep them
above,
on.
2 below.
But you still, because the sail clips, they give you the same problem. They are all at the same, they all provide the same separation. But the 2 sail clips, especially the one that is going to be here, is going to be sitting against the mast and it gets caught. So if you want to use sail clips, that's fine. My advice, double sail tie here and get rid of the clips here and just put 2 sail ties. I have some little short ties if you want.
Let's say, because you're doing 1 above and 2 below if you do a Gens.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. I open it up a little bit. So what we're doing is a square knot and then another half inch just to shorten the line, you know? So we don't leave any crap hanging around. That's going to be
Well, do you use, like to get the 3 to 4, you said 2 to 3 millimeters, I mean, you use, like I read someplace where somebody uses a pencil.
I use a
somebody
pencil.
uses a pen. I can do it by eye.
Really?
I mean, you have no idea how many cells I rate. So I kind of like, and I gotta be honest with you. I don't come here with the laser
Right, right.
measurer here to make sure they are all.
Right.
You know.
But if somebody that's, you know,
I know people
one
that
sale
will
every 3
spend. I'm
years.
gonna tell you this. We go to the Worlds. We get a brand new boat. We go to Regatta. We get